It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, Steve. Subject, my own daughter put me on blast. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 52-year-old married woman, but my husband and I have been at odds for a few years because he is a cheater. I never caught him, but all of his mannerisms changed and we stopped being intimate. The arguments got so bad that I stopped talking to him altogether and focused more on my kids and my promotion at work. I fill the void in my marriage with a side piece that happens to work at a car dealership, and he is as fine as frog hair. He was flirting heavily with me when I bought a new SUV from him. He suggested that we break in the third row of my new truck. So we did. For weeks after that, I would drive to his job and we got busy in the third row of my truck. I'm sure his coworkers knew we were having sex, so I was taking a big risk because one of them goes to my church. I didn't care. The sex was too good and it was so much fun. But after a month of great sex, it all came to a screeching halt on the day of my 8-year-old daughter's birthday. I picked up 4 of her friends for the party at the skating rink. My daughter got on the third row of the SUV and her friends piled in. My husband drove his car and when we got to the skating rink, my daughter gave her dad a cufflink. My husband said it wasn't his cufflink and he looked directly at me. I walked on into the skating rink and got the girls situated in the party room. My husband got all up in my face and asked what I had been doing in my SUV and where the cufflink came from. I ignored him. My daughter put me on blast, but I don't feel like I owe him an explanation, or do I? Should I come clean with him? This letter got me upset. It really did, because what you're not going to do, Mom, is blame the baby for your cheating. You're just not going to do that. You were messing around in your truck with a car salesman and you got busted, period. The child was absolutely justified in giving the cufflink to her dad. Of course she thought it was her dad's. I mean, this is an 8-year-old daughter, your 8-year-old daughter. She doesn't know anything about all of this. I just think you're wrong, Mom. You didn't check behind yourself. Your salesman didn't realize he left the cufflink and you just got caught. Both of you guys, basically, that's it. That's all. And it's on you. No one else but you. That's proof of your cheating. You said you never caught your husband. It was just the fact that his mannerisms changed and he cut you off, but still no evidence. There was no earring lying around, no hair, no underwear, etc. But you, my dear, left evidence. It's still double standard in this world concerning men and women, meaning you can't do what I do, and that's just the way men think. That's why he was all up in your face about the cufflink, and you still have no proof. He doesn't want you cheating on him, though. So no, you don't owe him an explanation, and please know that if you tell him the truth, your marriage is more than likely over. Men don't usually stick around when their wives and women cheat on them. I really don't see how this marriage is going to survive the cufflink. And again, you have no evidence. Steve?
Well. Shirley, did I just hear you say to a woman
what?
That she doesn't owe her husband an explanation for cheating?
No.
I just want to double check that I hear that.
You heard.
Okay,
I said
cool.
it.
Thank you. That's all I need. Thank you. Little bit of validation. Thank you so much. My own daughter put me on blast. 52-year-old married woman, but your husband and her have been at odds for some years. Here is the opening line: because he is a cheater. She said that in the first opening statement. They have been at odds because he is a cheater. Next statement right after that: I never caught him. We have a loophole in the contract. We have a get out of jail free card. We have grounds for dismissal.
Wow.
We have unsubstantiated statements. We have all of this that I would be using right after you said, I never caught him. Then here comes the proof she thinks she has, but all of his mannerisms changed. And we stopped being intimate. You didn't mention that any of your mannerisms might have changed. And you didn't mention that maybe you stopped initiating sex. You just dumped it all on him in this letter. The arguments got so bad that I stopped talking to him. Now y'all ain't even talking. All together and focus more on my kids and my promotion at work. Then you said I feel the void in my marriage with a side piece that happens to work at a car dealership, and he is as fine as frog hair. Oh, hell. You the cheater in the letter. And you know what proof we have? An admission of guilt. You said this. You ain't caught him, but you said this. So now this letter has turned. When we come back, the results of the leather turning from the chief love officer.
All right. Hang on, Chief Love Officer. We'll have part 2 of your response, Steve, coming up at 23 minutes after. Subject of today's Strawberry Letter, my own daughter put me on blast. We'll get back into it right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Hey everyone, quick health question. Even though you're still thriving, still loving, still connecting, did you know your immune system weakens with age? That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off certain respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. This fall, ask your doctor which vaccines you need and visit vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com to schedule one or more vaccines. Sponsored by Pfizer. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, my daughter, my own daughter, put me on blast.
Yeah, this ain't the problem, though.
No.
It's this 50-year-old married woman that argued with her husband because she says her husband's a cheater. Then she turns around and says, I never caught him. Then she turned around and said, but all his mannerisms changed. And we stopped being intimate. So now, ain't neither one of y'all initiating sex at the house, you or him. And the arguments got so bad that I stopped talking to him altogether. So now, she ain't even speaking to her man at the house, and he ain't speaking to her. Everybody cool with this? You know why everybody cool with this? Because everybody doing what they want to do. I can assure you that. Because ain't no man coming in the house, you ain't talking to him and sleeping with him, and then he ain't going somewhere talking and sleeping.
One more time.
Ain't no man walking in no house with no woman that ain't talking to him or sleeping with him, and he ain't going somewhere else talking and sleeping.
I'm with you when you're right.
Who you know not finna do that? So
I don't
now
know
let's
anyone.
move on. But then since the arguments got so bad and they done stopped talking, she focused more on her kids and her promotion at work. Oh no, you didn't. You said right after that, I feel the void in my marriage with a side piece that happens to work at a car dealership, and he's as fine as frog hair, and he was flirting heavy with me when I bought a new SUV from him. Oh, so now the real cheater in this letter with proof is you, and the proof is you admitted. I don't know why you told us this stupidity to me, but we need people like you to keep these letters alive. So thank you.
Keep our segment going.
Yeah, this segment would have been over if it wasn't for stupidity.
So we need stupid people.
He suggested that we break in the third row of my new truck, so we did. For weeks after that, I would drive to his job, and we got busy in the third row of my truck. I'm sure his co-workers knew we were having sex, so I was taking a big risk because one of them go to my church.
Oh.
So all it took was for somebody to say, let's break in your third row. So we did.
It's that easy.
I've been taking people to dinner and sending flowers and notes and boxes with gifts in it. Look,
Being romantic.
I got to give me a back row on something.
Foreplay.
And one of them go to my church, and I didn't care.
She didn't
The
care.
sex was too good, and it was so much fun. But after a month of great sex, it all came to a screeching halt. On the day, my 8-year-old daughter's birthday party, I picked up 4 of her friends for the party at the skating rink. My daughter got in the 3rd row of the SUV, and her friends piled in. My husband drove his car. When we got to the skating rink, my daughter gave her dad a cufflink. My husband said it wasn't his cufflink, and he looked directly at me. Well, now, why would he look directly at you?
Come on.
Well, y'all ain't talking. Y'all ain't
So
having sex.
So what?
Y'all ain't doing nothing.
So we got to what?
So now, your baby done found a cufflink in the car. So now he won't talk now. Oh, now you want to have conversation at the skating rink.
Right.
I walked into the skating rink and got the girls situated in the party room. My husband got all up in my face and asked me what I had been doing in my SUV and where the cufflink came from. I ignored him, as you should. My daughter put me on blast. Well, your daughter didn't really put you on no blast. Your daughter found a cufflink and know that cufflinks is normally she's seen her daddy with a cufflink on.
Right.
And brought her daddy, here go your cufflink.
Right.
Because the baby don't know y'all having marital issues. She knows something ain't right because y'all acting a little strange with each other. Wonder how come my mom and daddy don't never talk like your mom and daddy.
Yeah,
But
kids
we
know.
already know why, because y'all out there screwing other people. So y'all ain't got to talk. You been on that back row of that truck, just messing it all up. It's losing value. Your truck is losing value. And even if you take that same truck back to that car dealership with that same salesman you bought it for, he ain't even, he know that the 3rd seat is damaged.
The
So
one
now
you
you
got-
ain't even gonna get true blue book value for your car. Because he already know. I'm telling you, this salesman know what's been happening back there in the back seat.
Yeah.
Should I come clean with him? What?
It's over.
Come clean? Hell no. What's wrong with you? You stupid.
Anyway.
For the first time, Shirley said, and this is why I'm using this. Shirley, who adamantly always promotes the truth. Shirley, who always adamantly promotes being true to the other person. Shirley, who always wants to know why men lie. To set up here and told this woman not to say nothing. That is a form of a lie. And I support that.
You should know.
1000%. No, you don't owe him no explanation. What cufflink? You ain't never been on the 3rd row, and you don't know who been back there. Some serviceman been back there or something. And it is a serviceman because he was servicing you.
We gotta go. Post your comments on the Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.